Alright everyone, so we're gonna try this for the first time. We're recording the commentary afterwards, so we will see how this works. So this is Buyback Solos, which is a limited mode that's happening right now, and as you can see there's still these numbers thing going on, so a lot of times there's an easy way to get you know, easy money. So that was my plan at the start. I was gonna rip over to this salt mine here. I start getting shot at by this guy. Broke his armor a little bit, but they definitely got the best of me there. So now I'm obviously not gonna make that, but I still want to go salt mine. I got to get some caches there. Start getting shot at some more. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just dip out, land on this roof, looking around to see that guy. There he is.
Okay to tango.
At this point, this guy's sort of flying in at me, trying to get some shots at him, and then I hear another guy dropping in. So who knew that this was a hot drop? So this guy here, I'm sort of running around underneath me, and there we go. Gonna try to bash him, but I ended up whiffing on a couple of my swings. And because it's Buyback Solos, I had 4,500 in the pocket, so I'm going to drop back in.
Recon contract secured.
And I'm way over here. I'm thinking maybe I'll go train. But maybe train. It's a little far, especially because the train is not a static spot. It's moving, and it's moving further and further away from me. So I look at Superstore. Normally by this time Superstore is actually not that hot of a drop. A lot of times you can just drop right in. So I'm just gonna head there, and then someone picked it up, so now I gotta change my plan again. And I see train station has a supply run, and I should be able to make that drop. So a bit of a side glide. You get to go further. In case you didn't know, if you go sideways. Slower but further, so in this case I wasn't too worried about anyone shooting me out of the air, so side glide action, and I'm just trying to get there as fast as I can. So landing in, quickly grab that supply run. Orange crate, pretty good, but not very good loot other than a big stack of cash. So we're gonna keep on heading over here, looting as we go. I figured at this point I would throw this decoy over here. You never know who's around. You know, throw it away from where I'm going. And hopefully if there's anyone up and around, they'll go peek that. See a red door. Not interested in the red door at this time. I'm trying to just complete my supply run. Nothing in these areas here. When I'm running through, I generally just listen for boxes at that point. Don't need to spend too much time looking around. Trying to get this contract completed, or at least a couple boxes, so that I get the buyback money. Still don't have great ground loot. The EM2, this one is not great. Got really slow ADS time. Another orange crate. Now I'm sitting pretty. I have all the money I need for buybacks, and I pick up this nice gold Hauer. See a dude right there, and so I deady push with my shotgun, check right, see if he's there. He's not. Still don't hear him, but then there he is. I probably should have got a little closer for that first shot, but he was not it. He had a burst fire AUG with a scope on it, so once I got in close, he really had no chance there. Pick up some more cash, and I got this heartbeat now. Heartbeats are super strong early game, and no one around, so now I can focus on finishing my contract. Go back here to where I left this box, pick that up. Some more cash. Got a ton of cash at this point, so just need to keep on looting. Still heart beating as I go. Pick up another deady. Plenty of deadies happening right now. And it's one of those things you hear a lot of people worrying about, you know, having too much steadies in the game because it's super overpowered. And a lot of the streamers complain about it, but you know, they use them at the same time. So what do? Continuing to loot here. Get my last chest there. Make sure that I have the Hauer out so that I can get some XP for it. One thing to always keep in mind when you're finishing contracts is, and there's another satchel. One thing to always keep in mind when you're finishing contracts, any contract at all, is to make sure that if you have a weapon that you haven't leveled, have that out. You get a bit of extra XP when you're doing so. So at this point, I'm sitting flush with cash. I want to go get my loadout. Heart beating as I go. I'm really not too worried about people being here at this point. I've been heart beating all around. Haven't heard anything, haven't seen anyone outside of that guy that I saw, but you never want to get complacent. People can be rotating in. As you can see to the right there, there's a vehicle and some shots over towards SOS. Continuing to make my way. There's cash up here. I mean, that's always a good sign if you see cash on the ground. Having a hard time mantling that ladder. But yeah, cash on the ground is a good sign that there's nobody there. People almost always will grab cash unless they're like Twitch streamers who just go for kills and don't really care about the cash on the ground. They're just looking for signs of other players. So continuing to go, see a prox mine. You know, these are things that you're setting these little traps 9 times out of 10, maybe even, you know, 90 times out of 100. You know, it's not gonna result in anything, but you know, I figure it's always better to lay a trap than to not. And the way that the circle's going, people could be pushing through there later on. So, you know, with a double thing like that, like a Claymore prox mine, you're gonna get an instant kill there. So I always figure it never hurts. I'd rather run around with a thermite because I'm not planning on hiding in a building in this particular part of this location or this rotation. So I'm better off with a thermite. So continuing to loot. Got over 22 grand, so really just laughing at this point. Lots of buyback potential there. Looking to get my loadout. And I'm also in a good position here to gatekeep. Ton of heartbeat ground loot there. Really overpowered, as I said earlier, to have that on the ground. So at this point, I'm going to kind of wait and see. My the free loadout's going to drop shortly, so I'll get some intel there. I actually didn't notice that dirt bike was moving earlier, but I did catch it moving in behind me there. So I checked my loadout. There's 2 loadouts there. That dirt bike's moving in, so I know obviously there's a dude over here. He gets out, so I'm very interested to see, you know, where he's planning on going. Get him on heartbeat. I see him in the train car there. And there he is getting his loadout. He sees one loadout, so I would imagine that he felt pretty confident there that there's no one else around. That's unfortunate for him because my loadout actually spawned further ahead. I don't know why my loadout, you know, it might have went where his was, and then he would have been a lot more cautious, but sucks to be him. So we'll land, I'm going to buy loadout here because I feel pretty good about no one being around here. I'll pop a UE just to confirm that. Nobody close. Grab my C58 that I've been running with, and then I'm going to go and loot this body.
Stand by for
Ping a guy over on the UAV there. That guy could have a look at me when I'm going to get my second loadout. So it's always a good idea to ping those. Pick up his MAC-10, definitely better than that gold shotgun that I had. So thanks for the good times, Hauer. We'll catch you on the next time. This isn't a very good MAC-10 build. This guy, I don't know if he's leveling yet or what, but it's not the best build.
You're losing ground.
I'm moving up to get my second loadout. I'm heart beating as I go. Maybe someone grabbed a double loadout, or high alert or tempered, so maybe I could catch someone camping my loadout. Pick up my sniper secondary. Make sure I get my heartbeat sensor. The thing with buyback solos is there tends to be a lot more people running,
Get to that
you know,
vehicle.
without Ghost because they're dying, landing, you know, dying again, landing again, you know, or they'll have ground loot, and if they're going to pick up something, a lot of times they'll pick up their double loadout. So I find that heartbeat is especially strong during the buyback modes. During regular solos, I think more people run Ghost and they just try to pick up a good secondary, but when you're landing late, regaining, things like that, like sometimes there's not a lot of good loot on the ground, so you'll end up grabbing overkill. So it's not a great loadout. I considered, or not loadout, it's not a great rotation here, so I considered grabbing the vehicle there, but not far to go. And of course, once you grab a vehicle, everyone knows you're coming, so I figured I would just go on foot, making sure to, you know, keep heart beating, keep looking around. Twins is always busy up here. There wasn't a buy to the right there, so that's sometimes makes it a little busier there. Looking around, I don't see anyone. And then there we go. Got this guy. I spastically change guns, make sure I have the right gun out.
Disregard last.
And then I decide to creep up on him. We get a fire sale notification here right away, so that actually is going to help me sort of cover the sounds I'm making. There it is, and I still push steady. You want to make sure you get this kill. I might have been able to get cheeky and sneak up on him, like he was laying prone. That guy wasn't getting up anytime soon, but you know, better to get that kill. C58 does really quick work there. Now I'm looking to see, he was looking out that way. You know, I'm keeping active, making sure that, and there he is. You see him slide canceling on the lower hill there. I didn't see him, and then that's what I get for my troubles. As soon as I sort of stop moving around, another sniper sitting there over the hill beams me in the head. So, damn it is right. And I'm still, at this point I'm a bit rattled, so I don't even look at my map. So now I'm trying to regain again. Don't even notice that a fire sale is going on. Looking around. I figure supply run's the best move. And that's when I notice that, hey, we have a fire sale, you have time to get something. Looking at the amount of money I have, definitely get a free self-res. And then I get some plates, because I still want to make sure that I have enough money to get that buybacks. Up in the top left, you can see there's still 7 minutes and change left of the buyback time. Hop into here, looting, picking up some stuff. Just hear a guy, just see that guy scares the crap out of me. Free fire. Really, you know, the Type 63 is not it at any range as far as I'm concerned. But that's a really bad build, period. Not ideal. So he gets wrecked by my ground loot MG. And then I get a notification of a guy landing in. So I need to be careful here, but you know, if it's that same guy, you know, come get it. I wasn't worried about that guy at all. He was a bit of a bot. So continuing to loot, you know, I'm walking slowly so I can hear anyone. I don't hear nothing. I'm not sure where that guy ended up, but we're gonna move on here. Pick up this clay and some cash. Make our way over to the supply run. And at this point, I decide, you know what, I'm going to burn this Deddy. I don't want this guy who may have landed somewhere around here. I don't want him landing and picking up this Deddy. So I do this often when I see a spare Deddy on the ground. You know, burn it, pick up another one, and keep going. There's cash everywhere here. I don't think Salt Mine was very looted this round. So still sort of peeking around, wondering where this guy is. The upstairs here is definitely looted. I need to make a decision at some point here, so
Marking a
decide
supply
to
run
go with
contract.
my originally plan was to get this supply run, see where it pulls, and then I can make the decision if, you know, do I go for it, do I not go for it. Like the contracts don't last very long, and so it really doesn't change too much if you get it and then you decide not to get it. I'll quickly grab that. It's pulling me way over past Array to that little sort of factory building.
Get to that vehicle.
It's always, I don't know, it's not a super sweaty buy, but it's sketchy. It's definitely sketchy. So I want to make sure that I can get there on time. So I mark a vehicle, this TAC Rover. Start making my way up the hill to it. The fact that there's multiple vehicles there concerns me because those aren't spawned there. The truck is a spawn vehicle. Looks like it hasn't moved yet. There's some shots up there. All of a sudden someone gets an TAC Rover, starts heading my way a little bit. So I'm ready to gun him down with my MG, but he just goes on about his day. So I decide, you know what? Bertha's sitting here. Let's just hop in it, have some added protection for when I go down to this sketchy buy. It's never a bad thing to be in a Bertha when you're getting these supply runs. You don't have to get out of the Bertha to cap it most of the time. There's a random loadout sitting right there, which means someone is potentially still in that area and maybe has their one loadout, might get their second loadout. So come down over here. Nobody's shooting at me, which is a good sign. I realized that I have myself already because I got that free one, so I don't want to burn any. So now I'm indecisive. I'm not sure what I'm doing. This is not a good way to be. But as you can tell, I'm hopping in and out. I'm sort of standing around. I'm deciding what to do. I look at the time. There's about 3 minutes left of buybacks, and I say, you know what? I'm just gonna burn my money. I got a Bertha. I need to get decent weapons. I need my perks. So let's drop it. I get my double loadout, PPSH and the Swiss. PPSH is a great sniper support, especially in these close quarters. It's good short to medium range. You're not going to win against an OTS in close, and you're not going to win against, you know, a Farah or a C58 at range. But it's pretty good, sort of in that, you know, mid to close. Get that added mobility. So it's a really decent sniper support I've found. So I'm gonna get the supply run. I'm just trying to get my buyback money back that I blew. Let's hop out, hear a guy immediately. Panic. Rip over here. Get him on heartbeat, so that's good. Also realizing that I might be in heartbeat again, and there he is, laying in the laying in the shadows like a little rat. So he gets dusted. Pick up the gold gas mask that has been almost burned by him. So I'm not sure what he was doing, playing in the gas. Maybe he got it in one of those rooms and hit the wrong box and stayed in there too long. But I digress. So it pulls us right back to where we were, so super close supply run, which is good. It's going to give me more than enough money to be in the buyback, but as you can see, I've only got you know, a minute and a half left of buyback, so I decide to upgrade, get a better gas mask.
I'll take the wheel.
And an airstrike, because really holding on to that money is not going to be beneficial to me at this point. I've only got a minute left. I'm in a Bertha. I don't need the buyback money at this point. If I'm going to die, I'll die. And probably spawn into another game. So I see this guy, start harassing him a little bit, hoping he's going to get stuck on something, and then I would pop out and try to get a quick melt with either the PPSH or my Swiss. And as you can see, there's a lot of action over here. A lot of things popping up on the mini map. Both of us see this guy up here. Somehow I miss him with this backup. If I would have reversed the other way, I might have got him. But you know, just kind of playing around with him. He gets me with the Semtex. Really not a lot of damage with these Semtex on vehicles. I was actually surprised. It's been a while since I've been hit with the Semtex in a vehicle. I didn't realize how weak they were towards a vehicle, so I guess that's how they've balanced them. So there's another berth up here. Go back at this guy. He gets a little complacent. You know, it's tough with the easy kill there. It's tough when there's that many vehicles around and you're on foot. You can't help but focus on one or maybe even two, and then there's another one. So I'm happy to be in my berth at this point. I don't see this guy hiding by this tree. I'm just going up there to get some more loot. But then he must have thought I saw him, so he hops up and starts shooting at me. I can't get him again. The fact that this guy narrowly avoided me, like I was a bit shocked, but I'm sitting at half health with my Bertha now, so any thermite would probably burn through this. C4 definitely is going to blow me up, one of them. So I just get out of there. There's my other loadout, sitting there with a bunch of other ones. You can see there's 4 vehicles roaming around, including mine, on the screen. So I'm just trying to stay up, try to get some easy kills, and really just not die. Get up here. Attack rover guys having a time. I'm just trying to have a look, see around, see if I can note where some people are. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I'm sort of indecisive at this point of what I'm going to do. Looking behind me, the third-person view in a vehicle is one of the most powerful tools you can use when you're in a vehicle. Really helps you look around and see. And then now I'm thinking, I have my loadout sitting there. I have one loadout in particular that has a sniper and a Strela as a secondary, and I always make sure that I have at least one class that has a launcher secondary, just for cases such as this. Lots of vehicles roaming around, and I need to make a difference. So I'm trying to get in a position where I can grab my loadout safely and get some vehicle kills here. So the Bertha starts backing up there. I'm not worried about the attack rover. Hop out, quickly grab my Swiss and my Strela. This guy tries to get me. I mean, I'm behind a vehicle. He starts backing up. There's one. It's only going to take one more. He's panicking at this point. Nowhere he can go. He was pretty much going in a straight line back there. Unfortunately, I didn't have any more ammo. I don't know how, with all the guys and ammo I ran over, I only had 2. Only 1 in reserve. I don't quite understand that. So anyways, see a bunch of... This guy, the way that he narrowly avoided me there, I was surprised. But anyway, still got him. Because he was focused on the guy right in front of him. As I said before, you have to be. It's tough. Almost nailed that guy, but we'll spoiler alert, we'll get him later. There's only so far he can go. Keeping an eye on him. The guy in the attack rover gets out. I don't really know what he's doing. If he thought maybe he could get a cheeky snipe on me, but now I see this guy moving up here by the half wall. Hit the horn, try to notify the attack rover that, hey, let's get this guy. So there he is again. Really unfortunate position for him. Get the down on him. Burning through my gas mask. Figure there's no point. The gas should get him. I don't know if he has a gold mask at this point, so I just wanted to make sure that I get the kill there. He did not have a gas mask. He died very, very easily. Look over here. Attack rover's getting someone. Figure I could come in here and finish the job. I don't know if this guy thought he was safe at that point, but he clearly wasn't. And now it's a sort of an interesting spot here. So the guy in the attack rover got out. Being in a vehicle here is not going to be advantageous. See the circle's ending, getting really small right on this stadium portion. And being in a vehicle, I'll just be asking for someone to C4 me, Semtex me, hit me with an LMG. So I do a quick hop out here in an area I think is safe. And there's a dude. Just wanted to let that happen. So he had a MAC-10. The difference between what he was doing and what I was doing is it appeared that he was probably hip firing me. I don't know, but I think he was hip firing me, which was giving me the benefit. He didn't hit me hardly at all. Obviously, didn't even break a plate. Did a quick heartbeat. Didn't get anybody, so I switched to the stun, which is going to be more valuable in this situation. And now it's me versus 3 others, and I'm just waiting for audio cues, visual cues, you know, people using unsuppressed weapons. I'm trying to find out where these 3 people are. I know that the tack rover guy is somewhere up and above. You know, here's some fighting happening, some people running around above me. I figure there's at least 2 up above me, so I'm just trying to move quietly. I don't want to let them know where I am. And still trying to identify where that next guy is. So we definitely have 2 fighting above. This guy, I might have been able to get a kill on him up there, but as you can see, he gets wrecked by the guy in front of him. I probably would have went to my death up there if I went up there. So I know there's one up on the 2nd level concourse there. Trying to find the other one, and there he is right there. He was doing probably the same thing I was. Easy kill. That's a good demonstration of the PPSH at range. So I hit the opening, let him know where I am if he was paying attention, which is one of the downfalls. But either way, hit him with the precision. Make sure that he's not going to pop out there. So I know he's in this concourse. There's nowhere else he can be. He's not beside me. I've heard him before. I know he got the kill up there. So I just have to make sure that he doesn't pop out and get me. So I'm peeking. Hear him cough, so I know he's up there. He runs out, missed some shots, get him with a stun. He was missing a bunch of shots there, and I just lasered him. And that was that. PPSH for the win. Thanks for coming out. Buyback solos. I don't mind the mode. I do get higher kill gains, as most people do, because you get multiple chances to come back instead of just the one gulag. Sometimes you get players who aren't as good lasting longer because, you know, a lot of players won't leave them in their gulag, and so the numbers drop dramatically. So either way, you know, again, we got some nice kills there. This guy, I think he's saying,
I cannot believe I lost that gunfight. Shots were fucking trash.
I think he's saying that his shots were bad, but I don't know if he's saying my shots are bad or whatever. But again, thanks for coming out, and have a great day.